Get ready. Syracuse Orange men's basketball is gearing up for the 2025-26 season, and the excitement centers around their full schedule, now officially unveiled. As the new season edges closer to kickoff, fans are buzzing with anticipation, dissecting every detail of who the Orange will face from fall through spring. But here's where it gets intriguing. The full picture reveals much more than just dates and opponents. It highlights the true challenges that await Syracuse. With the Atlantic Coast Conference, ACC portion of the schedule firmly set, the Orange's journey is laid out, almost fully complete except for one uncertain game. This article dives into the numbers behind the entire slate, providing a clear lens through which to understand Syracuse's path in the upcoming season. Understanding the quality and ranking of opponents not only builds anticipation, but also sets expectations for what could be a defining year. A quick note before we jump in. The game against St. Joseph's remains undecided at this point. According to Bart Torvik's rankings, St. Joe's sits at number 100, which is just outside the top competitive tiers. If the game reschedules as a Syracuse home matchup, it would likely be a lower-tier Quadrant 3 contest. But if it stays neutral site, it might nudge into a slightly tougher bottom of Quadrant 2, an interesting nuance that could affect how the Orange's strength of schedule shapes up. Bringing together the earlier analysis of Syracuse's non-conference matchups with the confirmed ACC games, here's the lineup through the lens of Bart Torvik's rankings, a widely used metric for college basketball team strength. Binghamton, home, 332. Delaware State, home, 337. Drexel, neutral, 265. Monmouth, home, 188. Houston, neutral, 1. Kansas, neutral, 17. Tennessee, home, 13. Hofstra, home, 239. Mercyhurst, home, 362. Northeastern, home, 219. Steinhill, home, 319. Clemson, home, 52. Georgia Tech Road, 86. Pittsburgh Road, 75. Florida State, home, 85. Boston College Road, 105. Virginia Tech, home, 73. Miami, home, 55. NC State Road, 39. Notre Dame, home, 66. North Carolina Road, 18. Virginia Road, 35. California, home, 87. SMU. The three other ACC foes, Virginia, NC State, and SMU, are solid top 50 programs. The bulk of Syracuse's ACC schedule features teams firmly in the mid-tier range. Syracuse itself is projected at number 63, and over half of its conference opponents fall between ranks 52 and 87, indicating a challenging but not overwhelmingly elite slate. Boston College is the only opponent outside the top 100, which could represent a more manageable fixture. But here's the part that many might overlook. The toughest segment of Syracuse's ACC play could come in two distinct stretches. The first 7 conference games include Clemson as the highest-ranked opponent at number 52, with several teams ranked in the lower tiers, number 73 and below, suggesting a period where the Orange can build momentum against fringe bracket teams. The segment concludes with Miami, another borderline tournament contender. Then, as the season nears the conference tournament, the final 5 ACC games ramp up in difficulty dramatically. This stretch includes 3 top 25 teams from Bart Torvik's list, including back-to-back tough road games at Duke and Louisville. Added to that is a potentially tricky road test against Wake Forest and a home game versus Pittsburgh, which, while not elite, always guarantees a physical and intense matchup. From a bracketology perspective, an essential tool for projecting NCAA tournament likelihood, the trend remains consistent. Around 41% of Syracuse's 29 games, 12 total, pit them against teams ESPN currently views as NCAA tournament locks, or close to it. This group includes top seeds Houston and Duke, strong contenders like Tennessee and Kansas, and borderline teams such as Miami, SMU, Clemson, and Virginia. This mix highlights a balance in Syracuse's schedule between heavyweights and bubble teams, shaping both the strength of schedule and opportunities for quality wins. Applying the NCAA's quadrant system to evaluate game quality paired with Bart Torvik's data further clarifies the challenge ahead. The quadrant system categorizes opponents based on location and ranking to distinguish the most critical contests. Quadrant 1, Q1, comprises the highest quality games, often against the nation's best teams or on challenging road environments. Quadrant 2, Q2, includes solid opponents that are still competitive but not elite. Quadrant 3 and 4, Q3, Q4, games tend to be less critical in terms of resume building. Here's the breakdown for Syracuse's schedule by quadrant. Q1, 10 games, 7 in the ACC, including tough road trips and neutral sites. These contests will largely define how Syracuse's season is remembered. Q2, 8 games, all ACC matchups, mostly at home, offering a chance to rack up important wins on familiar courts. Q3, 3 games, all ACC as well, representing potential pitfalls but generally lower stakes. Q4, 8 games, primarily non-conference and easier matchups, with no ACC opponents, mostly at home. This distribution means Syracuse faces a demanding schedule, ripe with opportunities, but also potential challenges that could make or break their tournament resume. So, what catches your eye the most about Syracuse's 2025-26 basketball schedule? Is it the front-loaded ACC games that could set the tone early, the punishing end-of-season stretch, or the balanced mixture of opponents across all quadrants? And here's a question to spark debate. Does this schedule favor Syracuse players who thrive under pressure, or does it risk exposing the team's weaknesses too often on the road and neutral courts? We invite you to weigh in and share your thoughts. Do you think this slate will propel the Orange towards a deep postseason run, or could it be a stumbling block? Let the conversation begin.